Welcome to Lucia's Kitchen. Today's recipe is baked pork chops. The ingredients you're going to need is your olive oil, pork chops with the bone, thinly sliced, eggs, breadcrumbs. So let's start. I'm actually going to make 7 pork chops tonight, so I'll use about 5 eggs. Do this really quickly. So you break your eggs. 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll beat those. What I always do is I use my pork chops dry. I never rinse them off. That way the breadcrumbs, adhere really nicely to the pork chops. Okay, so they're nicely beaten. So I'll do 1 quart. I actually mix all the pork chops in the egg batter at one time. Here's my second one. My third. And actually, I get them thinly sliced because they taste the best. If they're too thick, I don't know, the flavor's not as good as when they're thinly sliced. All right, so I'll move my breadcrumbs to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of oil in my pans, just like so. Just to give you an idea. What you want to do is you don't want to put a lot of oil, but you want to just coat the bottom. And here you go. Just want to coat the bottom, so you can see how much oil. All right. You can, if you put too much oil, don't worry. You can always pat that oil off the pork chops after they're cooked lightly with a paper towel. All right. So what I'm going to do is take my pork chops, dip it in my Progresso Italian breadcrumbs. These are so yummy when they're done. So you want to coat them nicely. So just keep tossing them in your mixing bowl. Okay? Just shake them a little bit. Place them in your pan, baking dish. That's one. You're going to continue this process till you are done with all the pork chops that you want to make. It is very important not to flip your pork chops in the oven immediately. Just give it about, sometimes I wait a good 5 minutes, and that way the breading stays put. You want to leave enough space between the pork chops so you're not overcrowding it, because that can affect the cooking process. So oftentimes I feed a whole clan. I'm using a couple baking dishes. There we go. And this is how easy it is. So you really just need eggs and breadcrumbs and baking dishes and olive oil. It's that simple. And this is a great dish to make during the week when you're really busy. If you have time in the morning before you start your day, before you get the kids off to school or go to work, you can actually prepare this meal and just keep them in the oil dishes. And when you get home from work or from running your errands, you can just place them in the oven. So it saves you a lot of time, and then you can just make your salad or a side of vegetables, and there's your meal. All right? What we're going to do is go over to my oven. I have it on convection bake at 400 degrees. Everybody knows their own stove. If you want to do 375, I do convection bake so that I don't have to move racks or my dishes on different racks. So this way, it's cooking evenly, and let that cook for a while, and then we'll flip them. It's time to check the pork chops. So let's see. Let's bring the camera closer. Okay, here we go. You want to kind of like wiggle them around before you flip them. There you go. See how beautiful they look? So you just don't want to pull them up. Just kind of wiggle them, loosen them up a little bit. And let's see, hopefully this one looks good. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, that's all you have to do. Let's check on the pork chops again. Oh wow, look at them. Don't they look beautiful? Okay. So you want to still be really careful. I'm like really careful. I'm looking. I kind of get hesitant turning. Let's hope. Voila up. See? A little breading came off. That's okay. Now, if some breading comes off, do not panic. You know, we're not all cooks. We're not perfect. So sometimes, well, that one's perfect. So it's not the end of the world if you have a piece of breading coming off of it. Still tastes good. There we go. Okay, another 2 minutes. Okay, let's check pork chops. These are beautiful. These are done as well. These out. These look really, really good. Remember, I always buy the thin cut. That way, they just taste better. Just move this out of the way. Made a lot of pork chops tonight. I have big eaters joining us for dinner. Actually, there are 8 pork chops. Here you go. This is what the end product looks like. Enjoy making baked pork chops.